Sometimes older songs are just good enough to make you want to indulge. That is a very certain truth. It really, really is. Hello, travelers of the internet, and welcome back to Guardian Studios. Or if you are new to the channel, hey there, and welcome to you. My name is JGuard01, and I am your host, your guide, and your humble bard into the world's virtual. And I am very pleased to welcome you all back to the channel, or, in the case of the newcomers, welcome you fresh to the Guardian Studios experience here on the YouTube channel. And I'm very pleased to have you all here along for the ride as we dive back into the world with the hope of getting some more projects done and getting some more things underway here on the world of Galabor. Hello, Adam Hughes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. First to the chat, first to be welcomed personally. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well today. Hope you're having a good day, and I hope the same for everybody else watching, whether you are watching live or otherwise. Oh, I got a zombie horse hanging around? Got him! That was different. Never had one of those guys spawn around here before. At least not that I remember. We've had them further over that away, but not over here right by the house. That's kind of cool. It's a little scary, but it's kind of cool. Alright, where can I dump these items? I also need to get that off of me. Good grief. I've got so much stuff. One day we are going to set up a base just to get rid of all this stuff. And we're going to dump everything in. We're going to let a big machine sort it for us, and then we'll go through and label everything. Of course, that's a project that'll take time, and we'll probably end up waiting for a while. Anyway, hope everybody is having a good day, like I said, and I'm very pleased to welcome everybody back to the channel as we get busy with a project that I probably should have done a while back. I want to make a wood farm. Last few sessions, we were very busy working on the kelp farm and getting that all set up, including getting a ton of fuel to go dump into the machine. And I think we might actually have enough fuel now that I stop and think about it. Because how much do we have here? 18, 19, 20 stacks plus 2 more. 22 stacks of coal and charcoal. If that's not enough to get the thing going, I'm going to be amazed. We're going to go ahead and grab 20 of them and take them over to the kelp farm so we can get that thing cooking. We get that thing cooking, and we're going to be able to stockpile a ton of kelp. Hopefully in very short order. Hey there, Ellison! There's the classic greeting from you. Chicken jockey! Good to see you, Ellison. How you doing? You doing alright? I hope so. I hope you're doing good today. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you enjoy the session. And I hope you've been having a good time lately. Up over the hill, down to the kelp farm space. Let us run along. Alright, pop that. Pop all of this through. That's gradually going to fill up the machinery. But I say, why don't we help it along a little? I want to get this kelp farm cooking fast. Is that right, Ellison? Hey there, Devin, Leo, good to see you both. Glad you guys can make it. Good to see everybody here on the stream. Hope everybody is doing well. Hey, no worries, Devin. Showing up for any amount of time is always appreciated. Thank you for the rules, Leo. Glad to hear you're doing good, my friend. Alright, I can't tell if that's even sending the dry kelp blocks through. I think it might be, but I can't tell for sure. Let's go over to the end of the storage line and find out. Nope. No, it is not going through. I have a suspicion where it might be going. I don't think I had enough fuel. That's what I thought. It's all going in there. It's not supposed to be going in there. What the? Oh, it pulled charcoal first. Now it should go through. Thank you, Devin. Sadly, this is not a joinable world, but I appreciate you being here, my dude. I hope you enjoy the content of the channel moving forward. Thank you for the compliments, Ellison. I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate all the compliments all you guys give me. It's very, very kind of you. Alright, so... is there anything left over here worth a darn? I would say yes. Ooh, more coal. More coal ore. Hang on a moment. Hold it. Hold it. Hold everything. Hey, Painan's here! Painan! Good to see you, dude. How you doing? Doing alright? You still doing Minecraft? If you are, what kind of Minecraft stuff you doing? What kind of stuff you been up to? What you been up to? Darn, it's good to know you're back in the chat, my dude. Feels like it's been a while since I've seen your name in the chat. I getcha. Yeah, I can totally understand that issue. Time just not lining up for you to be able to do quite what you're after doing. Yeah. Been there. Dealt with that. Still deal with it. Not fun. Oh, that's right. That's that bundle. That's that bundle. Grab that. And that. Let's go put this coal into the system so that it gets added to the kelp farm fuel lineup. At one point, yes. I've been kind of wanting to do a realm again. Kind of wanting to do either a realm or a world for Twitch subscribers to join us, or just a realm for you, me, and a few other content creators that we know to get together on and make content and have fun on. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Is that coming through okay? Oops. Gotta chow down on that. Alright, so the system definitely works. Just not nearly as fast as I was hoping it would be in producing the kelp blocks. So it's a good thing I've got all that coal and charcoal in there. At some point I gotta come up with a better, super efficient kelp farm. I probably already mentioned that I was gonna have to look and see if I could find a more efficient kelp farm design. One of those kelp farm designs that is like mega efficient. As a name for the realm, you mean, Paynon? I'm not sure. Something fantasy sounding. Something that sounds kind of fantasy-like. Either that or a play on the Minecraft game name. I'm not sure. I hadn't really thought that far ahead. Yeah, I hadn't quite thought that far ahead yet. It is? Is that the one where... Is that the creative one? Or something? I feel like at one point there was a creative mode. Ooh. Realm active. I may have to bounce in there and fiddle around a bit. Build some stuff. That's what I thought. I didn't realize that was still active. Yeah, I'll have to jump in there and see what's been built there and maybe find some areas to build for myself. Come up with a couple of things to building the creative side of things. You guys can't see it, but I'm doing the... If you ever saw Home Alone, the Macaulay Culkin eyebrow thing. I don't know what in the world that's called. I don't know what you would call that motion, that movement of the brows. Is this still working? I need to check and see if this wool farm still actually has shears in it. Be surprised if it didn't. It does. It does have shears in it still. That's another thing I may eventually have to remake in an industrial level. An industrial scale wood farm. Or wool farm. I mean, having an industrial scale wood farm probably wouldn't be bad either. May have to do the same kind of thing with crops, too. I mean, we got a ton as is. We don't really need as many as we have. But, might not be a bad idea to keep stocking up and make it so we can keep stocking up. I haven't actually been in here and done any harvesting in a long time. I'm so focused in on the big projects. The kelp farm, all the other farms we've been building, the gold, the copper that we had to do before, at some point along the way. Just haven't given myself a whole lot of time to stop in and chill out with some basic farming. Oh, snap. Alright, that's enough of that. There we go. Now, let me think. And stretch. Ow, 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 ow. I apologize. I sincerely apologize for the noise. I was trying to stretch. And it hurt. Oh! Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Okay, there we go. Alright, what am I doing? Figuring that out. I'm figuring out how to do the tree farm that I want to do. Because I haven't had a tree farm yet on this world, and it's starting to bother me. Because I know I need wood. Lots of wood. Got him! I love using the spear. It's just so satisfying to be able to just run through the enemies. You're literally just running them through. So good. Grab a bunch of stone and convert it all to stone brick. Because that's what I want to use to make my tree farm. To make the main structure of the tree farm, I want to use stone brick this time. Could build it right over here where I've got all these oak trees. I would just have to tear them down. We got beehives. Do I have a honey farm on this world? Does anybody remember? I can't remember if I do or not. I know there was a world where I did have one. Can't remember what that world was. Trying to think. Gone blank. I don't know. Need to get this wood out of here. That was risky. They could have gotten mad at me. But you know what? I'm okay with it. They didn't attack. We're all good. Ugh. Getting so tired of the leaves. Catching them with the axe. These are the times when you really wish that the, as some dub it, tree capitator thing was built into the game. The ability to chop down the entire tree in one shot. Or so. They have the mod, but if in base, make it an enchant. Basically saying that if it was a thing in the main game, you would say make it an enchantment. If that's what you're saying, Payton, then I totally agree. That's how I would want it too. That way it's something that you can opt into, or you can choose not to have it. Because you can always grind the effort to make an axe yourself and not have to use an enchanting table for it and rely on random enchantments. You get, if it's set up so that you can get the enchantment from a villager, you can get this tree capitator enchantment, and you can decide what axe does and what axes don't get tree capitator. That's how I would do it too. Make it so that the player has the ability to decide what they put it on, and make it so that it's an enchantment. So it's not something that is just always there. Because not everybody would want to have that. Not everybody would necessarily care to have tree capitator on their gear. I gotta go put all the stone bricks somewhere. There's too many of them in my inventory. Exactly. Like Silk Touch or no Silk Touch. We are able to pick and choose. Do we want Silk Touch or do we not want Silk Touch? Generally speaking, I feel like Silk Touch is the better thing to use when you're actually mining. And then when you're not mining, when you're ready, you can just use a fortune pick elsewhere to break down the stuff. That's how I'm playing it now. For the longest time, I didn't really see much point in Silk Touch. I always stuck with fortune. Then I started to realize, okay, wait a minute. This Silk Touch thing is actually pretty darn useful. Makes it so I can pack away what could potentially be a lot more diamonds than what I would normally be able to fit. If I were just using fortune, I wouldn't be able to fit anywhere near as many diamonds in my inventory as I can fit Silk Touched diamond ore. Hello, Ryan! Good to see you, my dude. Hey, I'm glad you could make it, man. How are you? Doing alright? I hope so. Hope you're having a good day, my friend. I know I've already said before, but once again, I hope everybody is having a good day. Everybody watching. Whether you were watching live or watching after the stream is over. I hope everybody is having a really good day. Two stacks of nether quartz ore blocks and a shulker for mending. That actually is kind of smart. That's actually pretty smart. That's an interesting portable way to use mending on for a pickaxe. I mean, if you got the resources, an XP farm, an XP grinder would still be the better way to go, but and that it would be more efficient. However, if you're like on the go and it would take too long for you to go back and prepare the pick passively with the grinder, if you got the quartz blocks, you can just mine your way through them. Ah, I see. Cool, Ryan. I'm doing pretty good. Been kind of busy lately. Again. Not a big fan of being so busy, but that's life. Life is a big busy mess. It's a big busy mess. But in a lot of ways and on a lot of occasions, it'll prove itself worth it to put up with that busyness mess. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate that. I'd say the same to you too, my man. If ever it comes to a point where you gotta prioritize real life, or you get to a point where you just need a break for a bit, do not feel like you can't take that break. Do not feel like you can't step aside for a little bit and rest. If it gets to the point where you don't feel like you can, you need a longer break. That's good. I'm glad that makes sense. I'm glad that makes sense. It makes me feel good to know that it does make sense. Yep. Yep. Every year around this time, we have to spring the clock forward an hour. We lose an hour in order to maintain the daylight savings. We don't always like it, but this is when we do it. Knock out as many leaves as I can so that the saplings and logs and stuff all go down to the bottom wherever possible. Yes indeed, Ryan. Yes it is. And to answer your question about the daylight savings, I'm not a fan of losing an hour in the middle of the night because at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard, all clocks connected to the internet around here, along the East Coast, along the Eastern Standard Time Zone, went and bounced forward by an hour. I was actually struggling to fall back asleep at the time myself, so I actually noticed that the clocks had gone ahead and done that. It was not a nice thought, realizing, oh darn, I just lost an hour. Yep. You hit the nail on the head, my friend. You've hit the nail on the head. It is not fun knowing that when you wake up, you'll have lost an hour. You set the alarm for the same time you always choose to, but it goes off an hour earlier than you're used to. Not a fun feeling at all. I would have liked nothing more than to curl back up in bed and just snooze. Nice. So you guys get a little more time with the extra hour. Well, make sure you enjoy that extra hour for as long as you got it, my friend. Because I can safely say I am already missing it. Oh, crud. Really? Ugh. Alright, I need to go jump in bed. That is true. In losing an hour of daylight, we do gain, or in losing an hour of nighttime, we do gain an hour of daylight. So, I guess there is a silver lining to it. It's still frustrating as all get out in the meantime. Hang on one second, I'm checking something. Well, that's interesting. Oh, wow. My inventory is getting very full. Again. Though part of that is because I'm picking up all this random junk. Mostly the junk from the monsters. That's the stuff that's actually junk. Yeah, I was just checking on something. It sounded like weather might be heading my direction that I was not anticipating. Doesn't make me happy. I'm never happy to have the weather change on me. Especially not when I'm in the middle of a stream. I've had bad experiences with things like that happening. Bad experiences